Different AI-specific processors are normally used for performing the training and the prediction. Also, training is often done on the cloud, while the prediction is often performed on an embedded processor. For instance, our target processor may be part of an Internet of Things device using edge computing technology, where the edge corresponds to the cameras that are part of a large security system. The latest AI-specific architectures for AI-based processors, which are only just becoming available, are implemented in neuromorphic processors. The processors mimic human brains instead of the traditional von Neumann architecture found in most computers. You may remember that a von Neumann architecture consists of 5 main components: memory, a central processing unit or CPU, a control unit, and input and output components. Instead, neuromorphic processors include multiple processing units or cores, each of which has its own cache of memory, which replaces the external RAM memory component found in the von Neumann architecture. This slide provides several examples of AI-specific hardware from a variety of different suppliers. Of course, this is only a sample of an ever-increasing range of options. The pictures at the bottom of the slide are of AI-specific processors, and the unusual one on the right is the Google Cloud Tensor Processing Unit. Most of these processors are available to buy, although some, such as those from Google, are only accessible as part of an AI-based service for training or inferencing. Some are sold as part of a larger system, such as is the case with the Apple Bionic chips, which come as part of the Apple product, such as an iPhone or iPad. As was mentioned on the previous slide, use of some AI-specific hardware comes as part of a larger AI service. As with all as-a-service offerings, such as software as a service, the idea is that the services are provided by a third party, often over the cloud. These are normally services that the user does not want to provide for themselves. This may be because the user does not have the required skills, resources, or time to implement the service themselves. AI as a service is no different in this respect. For instance, it may be providing access to hardware resources that are otherwise unavailable, or it may be providing access to data resources, such as large image libraries for training. AI as a service or machine learning as a service from the big providers, such as AWS and Microsoft, are largely built on them having access to far bigger and better training data sets than most of us, which would take a long time to gather and prepare. There are 2 main options. AI as a service can be used as a service that supports a part of the machine learning workflow, and we will cover this workflow in detail later. However, most often, AI as a service is in the form of a machine learning service, such as image recognition. For instance, if you want to include AI in a system, and it is already widely available, such as a translation service, it makes sense to buy it off the shelf rather than build it yourself, as it is rarely cost-effective reinventing the wheel or maintaining it once it's built. The contracts associated with AI as a service are basically the same as for any other form of as-a-service offering, such as software as a service, and are typically based around service-level agreements defining availability, time to fix, and security commitments. However, the penalties for suppliers failing to meet their service-level agreements are typically low, and normally associated with providing credit for future services. This means that there is little incentive for suppliers to achieve especially high quality levels. Given this, AI as a service should not be relied upon as part of a safety or mission-critical system. Most as-a-service offerings come with an initial free trial period, and this should be used to test the suitability of the provided service for inclusion as part of your AI-based system. As this trial period is limited in duration, the testing performed should be carefully planned so that you have confidence in the service before committing to pay for it.